Yo, 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 what's up, YouTubers? How's it going? I'm Aspie. I'm all about creating mental health and awareness, and I welcome you newbies on this channel. I'm all about creating mental health and awareness versus sharing my life stories, regardless what it may be, and also just to give you tips and advice along the way. I do many other topics as well in between, as well as a message of support or just going out and about, as you've seen maybe previously, of some events that has been coming up in my local area, which I'm hoping to bring out more of throughout this year, as well as maybe hopefully getting out of my comfort zone outside of my local area and actually take you all on a journey with me. So it has been brought to my attention that I need to do some mental health and awareness parts of tidying up, regardless if it is broad topics, which I'm going to do as much as I can. So the ones I'm going to miss out on after 3 weeks, that's fine. It will give me time to reflect and go back to them maybe later on in the year or so. So it gives me time to share those other important topics that I want to share with you all, regardless what it may be. So enough to do, guys. Basically, this one's all about dementia. Okay, this is gonna be hopefully a real short video, but I humbly apologize in advance. And just to put a disclaimer out there, if you see any warning signs and symptoms that rings alarm bells on these mental health disorders or whatever it may be that I talk about, seek professional help for yourself or your loved one, as well as second opinion. So let's begin this all about dementia series. As we know or should know, dementia is a general term for a decline in mental ability severe enough to interfere with daily life. Memory loss is an example. Alzheimer's is the most common type of dementia. Dementia, however, is not a specific disease. It's an overall term that describes a wide range of symptoms associated with a decline in memory or other thinking skills that is severe enough to reduce a person's ability to perform everyday activities. Alzheimer's disease, however, accounts for about 60 to 80% of these cases. Vascular dementia, which occurs after stroke, is the second most common dementia type of that is around. But there are many other conditions that can cause the symptoms of dementia, including some that are reversible, such as thyroid problems and vitamin deficiencies. Dementia is often incorrectly referred to as senility or senile dementia, which will reflect the formerly widespread but incorrect belief that serious mental decline is a normal part of aging. Okay, the 10 warning signs of dementia to look out for is as follows. Number 1, confusion with time or place. Number 2, difficulty completing familiar tasks. Number 3, challenges in planning or solving problems. Number 4, memory loss that disrupts their daily lifestyle. Number 5, trouble understanding visual images and spatial relationships. Number 6, new problems with words in speaking or writing. Number 7, misplacing things and losing the ability to trace their steps of where they were. Number 8, decreased or poor judgment. Number 9, withdrawal from work or social activities. 10, changes in mood and personality. Memory loss and other symptoms of dementia to follow also is basically, many people have memory loss issues, however. This doesn't mean that they have Alzheimer's or another form of dementia, however. There are many different causes of many memory problems, however. If you or your loved one is experiencing troubling symptoms, it's maybe time to visit the doctor to learn more about the reasoning behind this. Some causes of dementia-like symptoms can be reversed, however. While symptoms of dementia can vary greatly from person to person, at least 2 of the following core mental functions must be significantly impaired to be considered dementia. So they are as follows. Memory. 2, communication and language. 3, ability to focus and pay attention. 4, reasoning and judgment. 5, visual perception. 6, people with dementia may have problems with short-term memory, keeping track of a purse or wallet, paying bills, planning and preparing meals, remembering appointments, or travelling out of the neighbourhood. Many dementias are progressive, meaning symptoms start out slowly and gradually get worse. If you or loved one is experiencing memory difficulties or other changes in thinking skills, don't ignore them. See a doctor as soon as possible to determine the cause. Professional evaluation may detect a treatable condition, and even if the symptoms does suggest dementia, early diagnosis is the better to allow a person to get the maximum benefit from available treatments and provides an opportunity to volunteer for clinical trials or studies. This will also provide time to plan for the future. Causes of dementia obviously is caused by damage to brain cells. This damage interferes with the ability of brain cells to communicate with each other. When brain cells cannot communicate normally, thinking, behavior, and feelings can be affected. The brain may then have many distinct regions, each of which is responsible for different functions. For example, memory, judgment, and movement. When cells in a particular region are damaged, that region cannot carry out its functions normally and send the chemical messages to that part of the body. Different types of dementia, however, that are associated with particular types of brain cell damage in particular regions of the brain. For example, in Alzheimer's disease, high levels of certain proteins inside and outside brain cells make it hard for brain cells to stay healthy and to communicate with each other. The brain region called the hippocampus is in the center of the brain for learning and memory, and the brain cells in the region are often the first to be damaged. That's why memory loss is often the most earliest of the symptoms of Alzheimer's. While most changes in the brain that cause dementia are permanent and worsen over time, thinking and memory problems caused by the following conditions may improve when the condition is treated and addressed, such as 1. Depression, medication side effects, 3. Excess use of alcohol, 4. Thyroid problems, 5. Vitamin deficiencies. The diagnosis of dementia. There is no one test to determine if someone has dementia. Doctors diagnose Alzheimer's and other types of dementia has been based on a careful medical history, a physical examination, lab tests, and the characteristic changes in thinking, day-to-day function, and behaviour associated with each type. Doctors can then determine that a person has dementia with a high level of certainty, but it's then harder to determine the exact type of dementia because the symptoms and brain changes of different dementias can overlap with each other. In some cases, a doctor may diagnose dementia and not specify a type. However, if this occurs, it may be necessary to see a specialist such as a neurologist or geropsychologist. Dementia treatment and care. Treatment of dementia depends on its cause. In the case of most progressive dementias, including Alzheimer's disease, there is no curative treatment that will slow or stop the progression, but there are drug treatments that may temporarily improve symptoms. The same medications used to treat Alzheimer's are among the drugs sometimes prescribed to help with the symptoms of other types of dementias. Non-drug therapies can also alleviate some symptoms of dementia. Ultimately, the path to effective new treatments for dementia is through increased research funding and increased participation in clinical studies. Right now, there has been volunteers that are urgently needing to participate in more than 180 plus activities, basically enrolling in clinical studies and trials about Alzheimer's and related dementias. Dementia risk and prevention. Some risk factors for dementia, such as age and genetics, cannot be changed, but researchers continue to explore the impact of other risk factors on the health of the brain and prevention of dementia. So the most active areas of research and risk reduction and prevention includes cardiovascular factors, physical fitness, and diets. Cardio risk factors will be including your brain is nourished by one of your body's richest network of blood vessels. Anything that damages these blood vessels anywhere in your body can damage blood vessels in your brain, depriving the brain cells of vital food and oxygen. Blood vessel changes in the brain are linked to vascular dementia. They often are present along with the changes caused by other types of dementia, including Alzheimer's disease and dementia with Lewy bodies. These changes may interact to cause faster decline or make impairments more severe. You can help protect your brain with some of the same strategies that protect your heart, like don't smoke, take steps to keep your blood pressure, cholesterol and blood sugar within recommended limits, and maintain a healthy weight. Physical exercise. Regular physical exercise may help lower the risk of some types of dementia. Evidence suggests exercise may directly benefit brain cells by increasing blood and oxygen flow to the brain. Last but not least, diet. What you eat may have its greatest impact on brain health through its effect on heart health. The best current evidence has suggested that heart-healthy eating patterns such as the Mediterranean diet also may help protect the brain. A Mediterranean diet includes relatively little red meat and emphasizes whole grains, fruits and vegetables, fish and shellfish, and nuts, olive oil, and other healthy fats. Well, this basically ends all about dementia. Give me a like for thumbs up for support, comment below if you missed out anything. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. As I said, I'm doing this on the daily, weekly from Monday to Friday. Feel free to put the notification bell so you can be up to date when I do post up new content. Feel free to share these videos around to family and friends. Feel free to follow me on my social media sites linked below. Feel free to do what you need with these. So enough to do, guys. Thanks for your support, thanks for watching. Do what you love what you do. Until next time, Aspie signing out, and I'll see you again soon. Ciao for now.